In a quiet valley surrounded by misty mountains lived a 17-year-old boy named Evan Hale. The valley was small, peaceful, and full of traditions. But one tradition stood above all: the Lantern March, a ceremony held once every 50 years. During this march, a chosen lantern-bearer had to climb the tallest mountain, Mount Arkon, and light the ancient beacon at its peak. Legend said that the light protected the valley from misfortune and brought courage to every heart. For the first time in history, the chosen lantern-bearer was Evan, the boy who feared almost everything. White Medium Star Chapter 1. Evan's Hidden Fear. Evan wasn't weak. He wasn't lazy. He simply lacked confidence. He feared heights, feared failing, feared disappointing others. Whenever someone asked him to try something difficult, he would whisper, "What if I can't?" His father, old Mr. Hale, believed in him more than anyone else. He always told Evan, "Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is walking forward even when fear walks beside you." But Evan never felt like those words belonged to him. White Medium Star Chapter 2. The Ceremony. When the village elder announced Evan's name as the lantern-bearer, people gasped. "Evan? He can't even climb the orchard hill. He is too gentle for such a tough journey. What if he drops the lantern?" Their doubts echoed everywhere. That night, Evan sat alone at the riverbank, staring at the lantern he had been given, a beautiful golden lamp that carried a flame passed down for generations. "I can't do this," he whispered. "What if I fail everyone?" Suddenly, he heard footsteps. His father sat next to him and said, "My son, people don't doubt you because you are weak. They doubt you because they've never seen you try. Show them who you can become." Those words stayed in Evan's heart. White Medium Star Chapter 3. The Journey Begins. The next morning, Evan wore the traditional dark blue cloak of the lantern-bearer, placed the lantern safely inside a protective case, and began climbing Mount Arkon. The mountain was steep, covered in ice, rocks, and wild winds. The journey had 3 main stages, each designed to test the lantern-bearer's courage and spirit. Stage 1. The Forest of Echoes. As Evan entered the forest, he heard whispers. "You'll never make it. You're not strong enough. You will fail." He shook in fear until he realized the forest echoed his own thoughts. He closed his eyes, steadied his breathing, and whispered, "I may be afraid, but I'm still going forward." The echoes fell silent. He walked out of the forest stronger. White Medium Star Chapter 4. The River of Doubt. The second stage was a wide, freezing river with slippery rocks. A wooden sign said, "Cross without dropping the lantern." Every step he took felt dangerous. His feet slipped. His hands shook. The water roared like thunder. Halfway through, he almost fell. His heart pounded. Fear tried to control him. Then he remembered his father's words. "Courage is walking forward even when fear walks beside you." So he balanced himself, step by step, breath by breath, and crossed the river. When he reached the other side, he looked back at the dangerous rush of water and smiled for the first time on the journey. White Medium Star Chapter 5. The Climb of Shadows. The final stage was the most dangerous, a vertical climb up icy stone walls. The wind howled. His fingers numbed. Dark clouds covered the sky. Halfway up, he slipped. For a terrifying moment, he hung by one hand, his lantern swinging wildly. Fear screamed inside him. But something louder rose in his heart: determination. He pulled himself back up with all the strength he had left. Hours felt like days. But eventually, Evan reached the summit. White Medium Star Chapter 6. The Beacon of Light. At the top of Mount Arkon stood the ancient stone beacon. Evan placed the golden lantern inside it, opened the latch, and let the sacred flame rise. The fire burst upward like a golden wave, lighting the sky across the valley. The moment the beacon lit up, the wind softened. The clouds cleared. The entire valley below glowed. Evan fell to his knees, exhausted but victorious. He had done what no one believed he could. White Medium Star Chapter 7. The Return of the Hero. When Evan returned to the valley, The villagers stared at him in disbelief. He wasn't the scared boy they knew. He walked taller. He spoke confidently. His eyes held the fire of courage. The village elder announced, "Evan Hale, the strongest lantern-bearer in generations." People cheered. Children ran after him. For the first time, Evan felt proud of himself. His father hugged him tightly and whispered, "You didn't become brave at the mountaintop. You became brave the moment you decided to try." White Medium Star Chapter 8, The Lesson. Years passed. Evan grew up, but he never forgot his journey. Whenever someone in the valley felt weak, scared, or doubtful, Evan would tell them, "Courage is not being fearless. Courage is choosing to move forward even when you're shaking." His story became a legend, the story of the last lantern bearer who lit the light of courage for generations. White Medium Star final message for your audience. We all have our own Mount Arkon, our own fears, doubts, and challenges. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to take the first step. Because once you move forward, your courage will grow stronger than your fear.